You'll find food coloring at the grocery store and dye at your stationery store. Have a little bit of water in your jar and add the dye or food coloring to that. Keep a piece of paper close by so you can stop as soon as you get the color that you want. I've started my project by just showing you what it looks like when you paint directly on the page. You can also add your dye or food coloring onto paper and then see what happens when you mix colors into that. It's really easy to blend colors with food coloring or dye. Here I've got a block of purple and a block of blue, and I connect them and they do their thing. They make their own color by mixing together. As that dries, you'll see how beautiful it becomes. I love working with dye and food coloring. Food coloring is a really inexpensive way to bring some color to your project. The next thing I'm doing is pastel resist. So I've just got some white pastels and a little bit of blue to show you what that looks like, and I finish it off with some purple. So if you did the watercolor resist, pastel resist, you'll notice that this does the same thing. It's actually even a little bit more vibrant and even more of the pastel pops up. So dye is really cool to play around with pastels. Just like you would with paint, try to remember to wash your brush in between using new colors. It will just help to keep the colors nice and clear. Here I am painting a nice big green block. I'm going to add salt to this block and I'm going to leave it to dry, just like I did with the watercolor experiment. The next thing I'm going to do is paint a big block of purple. For my purple block, I'm going to add lemon, and I'm going to see what happens when that dries. Remember, these are experiments, so we don't know what's going to happen at the end. I've got a fresh lemon from my fridge, and you can already see the color is changing. My next block I paint with blue food coloring. This blue block is going to have rice on it. Sprinkle some rice on and again leaving it to dry. Next, I'm going to paint a circle. So just starting with my purple paint and then a bit later adding some blue and letting the paint do its thing. I'm not faffing with it too much. I'm just actually watching what it does and letting it do its thing. Adding some plastic wrap onto my blue and purple circle and again leaving that to dry. My next circle that I paint, I'm doing the same thing just with blue and green. So a bit of green food coloring on the paper and then adding some blue to it, letting it mix and swirl and do its thing. For this blue and green circle, I'm going to add some leaves that I found in my garden. So just popping some leaves that fit onto the circle and leaving them there to dry. Okay guys, it's the big reveal. Taking off my plastic wrap, my leaves, my rice and my salt and just seeing what happened. I really, really love these experiments. You can bring these into some projects that you do at home. You might want to try one or even all of them. Have fun!